Good day. The government is taking unprecedented steps to help businesses with their finances during these most challenging times, and has delivered an economic stimulus package worth hundreds of billions of pounds. One of the most significant measures introduced is the Coronavirus Job Retention Scheme. And this promises to support employers who are furloughing employees by paying a proportion of those employees' wages, freeing up money for businesses to help them with their cash flow. There remains a lot of confusion and uncertainty around this new scheme, and so to help you get to grips with this landmark policy, we have decided to answer some of the key queries we have received. The Coronavirus Job Retention Scheme is a temporary scheme open to all UK employers for at least 3 months, starting from the 1st of March 2020. It is designed to support employers whose operations have been severely affected by the coronavirus. Employers can use a portal to claim up to 80% of furloughed employees' wages, up to £2,500 per month. And on top of that, they can also claim the associated employer national insurance contributions and the minimum automatic enrolment employer pension contributions on that wage. Any UK organisation with employees can apply for the scheme, including businesses, charities, recruitment agencies, providing they provide PAYE on their agency employees, and public authorities. However, you must have created and started a PAYE payroll scheme on or before the 28th of February and have a UK bank account to access the scheme. The scheme applies to employees on a leave of absence, referred to as furloughed employees or furloughed workers. These are employees who remain on the payroll, but who would ordinarily be either laid off or made redundant due to lack of work. Furloughed employees must have been on your PAYE payroll on the 28th of February 2020 and can be on any type of contract, including full-time employees, part-time employees, employees on agency contracts, and even including employees on flexible or so-called zero-hour contracts. To be eligible for the subsidy, an employee must not undertake work for or on behalf of the organisation. This includes providing services or generating any revenue. However, they can undertake other voluntary work or do training as long as it doesn't generate any income for the business. If the employee has been employed for a full 12 months prior to the claim, you can claim for the hire of either the same month's earnings from the previous year or the average monthly earnings for the 2019-2020 tax year. If the employee has been employed for less than a year, you can claim for an average of their monthly earnings since they started work. And those who started in February should have their pay calculated on a pro rata basis. As an employer, it is your responsibility to calculate how much of an employee's salary you can claim for, including the amount of employer national insurance contributions and minimum automatic enrolment pension contributions that you're entitled to. The scheme also covers employees who were made redundant since the 28th of February 2020 if they are rehired by their employer. It is important that this change is communicated when contacting HMRC, who are administering the scheme. Unfortunately, this scheme does not cover fees, commission and bonuses, but an employer can continue to pay these if they wish. Employees on sick leave or self-isolating should get statutory sick pay, but can be furloughed after this. Those employees most at risk from the virus who are shielding in line with public health guidance can also be placed on furlough. Those who are contractually obliged to enhanced maternity, adoption, or shared parental pay are eligible for the scheme, but not those on statutory maternity pay. They will be paid in the same way and cannot be additionally furloughed. If an employee is working, but on reduced hours or for reduced pay, they will not be eligible for this scheme, and you will have to continue paying the employee through your payroll and pay their salary subject to the terms of the employment contract you agreed. Before making a claim, it is important that employers communicate changes with staff. Employers should discuss with their staff and make any changes to the employment contract by agreement. Existing employment law continues to apply and should be considered when changing an employee's status. To be eligible, an employer must write to their employee confirming that they have been furloughed and keep a record of this communication. Where a business or organisation is furloughing a large workforce, consultation may need to be done on a collective basis. The employer must then submit the following information to HMRC: the PAYE reference number, the number of employees being furloughed, the claim period, both start and end date, the amount claimed, remember the minimum length of furloughing is 3 weeks, your bank account and sort code, your contact's name, and your phone number. You can only submit one claim at least every 3 weeks. The minimum length an employee can be furloughed for, and these can be backdated until the 1st of March. The scheme will continue for 3 months, but the Chancellor indicated that the scheme may be extended. Once HMRC has received your claim and determined that you are eligible for the grant, they will pay it via BACS payment to a UK bank account. A claim should be made in accordance with actual payroll amounts at the point at which you run your payroll or in advance of an imminent payroll. You must pay the employee all the grant you receive for their gross pay. No fees can be charged from the money that is granted. The Chancellor has announced that he expects the first grants under the scheme to be paid imminently, but more detail is expected soon. This scheme is just one of a number of measures that the Chancellor has announced to support businesses. My team is here to help you with the administration of the scheme within your business and can help you to collate and submit the records required to make a claim. We understand that certain elements of the scheme are complex and require careful calculations, so please feel free to contact us today to see how we can help you and your business.